and welcome to the Salty Boys Podcast.
I feel like our spells would look different though, because you're from Earth.
I don't have magic. I just comprehend languages for an hour.
You decide you want to understand it.
Roll it at the DM. Hey, does that thing come with the Lord of the Rings theme on it?
It actually does.
The Salty Boys Podcast.
Put it down as soon as I hit record.
Well, unhit record and do it again.
Okay.
You already fucked up, dude.
I want everyone out there to know that this is what it sounds like when you get a music education degree.
That's the new intro.
Everything's in C major until the E flat major chord at the end. Amazing.
Then this melodica is really flat because I played D major.
Oh wait, hold on.
Maybe JP doesn't have as perfect pitch as we thought.
No, sorry, that is D flat. It's in this weird. It's fine. I don't care.
I don't either.
Yeah, that is D flat. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, still an
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, buddy.
Okay, well, anyways, I guess this is my responsibility now. How does he usually start it? Welcome to the Salty Boys Podcast.
Yeah, perfect.
That sounds like our former DM, doesn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Our late DM.
Oh yeah, he's
DM.
actually dead.
Yeah. Our late DM was going to be playing Flea tonight, but he's dead. Flea's dead forever.
No, Flea is not dead.
Flea's dead.
No. Flea will not be dead.
So we're waiting on one more, but we just decided to hit record because Sawyer wanted to regale us, or not regale if it's playing. He wanted to.
It was pretty bad. I fucked up. Fucked up when I was looking at it.
Just make eye contact again.
There it is.
Good thing we're not monetized because we just got a strike.
That was less than a minute.
Oh, that's true. That is. It's less than a minute. I forgot about that.
I think it's like 15 seconds for YouTube. So.
I don't know. Well, legally, I think it is less than a minute, but YouTube just takes you down if it's whatever, because they do whatever they want. Google can do whatever they want because they rule the world. So, anyways, we're still waiting on one, but we are joined by some familiar voices. To my right,
it's your boy, the Reggie Dabs, and
his magical melodica,
playing a different character tonight. Not your usual old man Yardley. We got a little monk named Schubert.
Schubert.
A little monk named Schubert.
Is he a shifter artificer?
No, he is a turtle.
Okay. Because turtle is actually a race in D&D, and I forgot until he told me what his character was. I was like, oh, right, that's a race.
That's a thing.
Is he an adolescent turtle?
You could say he is.
Does he belong to a certain academy for extraordinary people?
He might, in fact, be a turtle in his teenage years. It could potentially be that.
Oh crap! You're not a freaking ninja turtle.
I'm not a ninja turtle. I'm a monk turtle.
Has he undergone a metamorphosis recently?
No, he's a turtle.
Is his mentor an actual rodent?
His mentor is named Schroeder. It's a fucking bird.
Personally, I prefer the air. Mission complete.
Froggy.
God damn, I wasn't prepared.
It's a crossover. Okay, and to his right, there's an empty hole that we're waiting on.
Yeah. The dead DM is going to be here at some point.
Yeah, because he thought we said 7:30, but we said 6:30.
Yeah, this is Simmons for the first time back in 3 months.
Back from Albania.
Yeah. And I'm also running a new character tonight. He is the crotchety little goblin fisher druid.
I love it.
Named Hagman Croy.
Okay, I love it.
Spelled like LaCroix. That was the point.
Okay. Okay. We're going to get more information on these characters as we go tonight. And to the right of Goodman Simmons.
It's the artist formerly known as the Captain here. Not playing the Captain. Being a fucking weeb tonight. I'm going to be playing a Moogle called Tantalus Mogwo. He's a little bard. He's got some sass.
My favorite flying teddy bear.
Wait, show you.
They're essentially flying teddy bears.
Flying teddy
Wait,
bears.
are you familiar with Final Fantasy at all?
No.
Or
I forgot he's the Final Fantasy guy.
Or
right.
Kingdom Hearts.
Not at all.
Oh man. All right. So yeah, you'll need an image.
I'll show you what a Moogle is. They're pretty badass.
It's gonna be our transition sounds too.
The lick. It's just gonna be the lick.
Just the lick. You got to take this thing away from me. I'm already crashing.
That's a Moogle.
Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting. I don't think I knew what I was getting into here.
No.
I actually murder small animals as my character. Oh shit.
This is... I feel bad for you, man. First time DMing, and this is what you got to work with.
Yeah, well, I mean, you should see our normal sessions. And then to his right, we have a new voice, a new face, and a new character.
Yeah, I'm new, Luke, and I am playing Wiltier Van Mora. He is a half-elf, also a monk. But I'm multi-classing also as a wizard.
We got the coolest goddamn character.
Yeah.
Sitting here with Schubert.
And guys with fucking Dingus Parade.
My name's Schubert. I'm a turtle. Am I turtly enough for the turtle
Jesus
club?
Christ, I knew that was coming next.
You are uncomfortable.
I mean, let's face it. His mentality never left the movie mentality of middle school.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, it just got more complex. It's the same.
Yeah, as complex as the moldy gym shorts that are behind the couch.
Speaking of mold, you
Complex
missed
organism. Yeah, multicellular.
You missed Kronk's new character from the last session. He was a gnoll. And my comment was, if Francis were here, he would have said, "Man, look at the pubes on that one."
I mean, you're not wrong.
Francis is his former character, and he liked to collect gnome pubes.
No. You can't just introduce it like that. No. So
Francis liked to smell moss, collect gnome pubes, and light everything on fire.
Gosh.
Just about.
Okay.
And steal liquor from Seamus.
So he was a pyromaniac, but he was also not intelligent. So he would go around to just the random shady characters in the salt marsh and purchase reagents. And they came in all form. And he went up to this gnome one day and he's like, "Hey, by any chance, do you have any items that
specifically
I can purchase?"
said funny plants.
Funny plants. And yeah, the gnome wasn't impressed, so he got a handful of pubes.
And he got flipped off and said, "I ain't your dealer, son."
And he became a regular purchaser of the gnome pubes.
Okay. Well. All right.
Oh my god, this session is a shit show and I love it.
Yeah.
So 3 months later, there's a bald-crotched little gnome walking around the city somewhere.
Actually, when I moved away and I returned, we made a point that the dealer stopped selling him for some inexplicable reason.
He left town.
Incurable eczema.
That dealer, that was Maximilian. He left town to go off to do another venture.
Oh, that was Maximilian. I never put two and two together.
Yes, and also Maximilian is in the last episode as well.
Aw, man.
Yeah.
Too bad Francis was asleep for that one.
Just mentally all the time, yeah.
Hook.
Are you trying to play Dreamland?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good, though, honestly. It was recognizable.
Yeah, it was. It was not bad. It was better than our singing usually is when we...
That's why I brought the melodica one.
What?
That's why I brought the melodica.
Oh. Okay.
What did
Oh
you think
shit!
he
I can
said?
transpose this. Oh, I need. Oh fuck. Okay,
Just look everything up in C major.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, that wouldn't work. You would need to go to A minor for that song.
Well, yeah, it's
That's
still
not
the
what I'm
key
looking
of C.
for.
Okay.
So what
Anyways.
I'm gathering is you're saying he should use the white keys, right? For those of us who don't have a degree.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have
Whites
a degree either.
only?
I can't
Yes.
read.
White, okay.
No.
This is a segregated melodica.
How's this
sorry.
party start, DM?
yeah.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, we're waiting for you, man.
I'm attempting to kill time waiting for a certain skinny penis. but-
Listen. You know that he can jump in whenever he shows up.
Yeah, well, I hope he brought headphones because I don't feel like looking for another pair. Anyways, so I'm gonna have to reread this to him at break. But anyways, so curtains open to scenes of serene life in a. Oh, by the way, I'm AR. I'm the DM. I forgot to say that.
We're about 20 minutes into this recording now.
Yeah, I'm recording and I'm the DM.
It just
and
started in Clayton's already.
This is my house. Anyways, curtains open to a scene of serene life in a variety of different locales, some of which look familiar to our players here. Not too different from what you might expect from a certain high-dollar sci-fi franchise that has recently been ruined by an unnamed massive corporation. We see deserts, forests, jungles, fungal realms, crystal grottos, anything you could possibly see, you name it. Anything that has sentient life, basically, is one of the scenes in our intro sequence, as it were. Each of these peaceful scenes is interrupted by massive rents in the fabric of space-time. From each pour what look like clouds of acrid black smoke, and the scenes soon turn to those of war and destruction. In each we see the same figures, taking being and object alike. Eventually we cut to a scene in a dark chamber somewhere, with naught but a simple sundial on the floor. Somehow underground this sundial works, but not with normal light. The shadow is itself the light, both light and shadow, turning round and round the center of the dial, but never changing shape or color. One of the figures from before appears, carrying a few objects you saw earlier that you didn't see because there's no visuals. A red crystal, a stick that is budding and shedding leaves constantly, a vial that contains a sandstorm, and another vial that contains a small but powerful fire. These objects are placed in the cardinal directions around the sundial, and the shadow begins to grow, eventually filling the whole screen with light. Smash cut! You begin with your favorite setting and are surrounded by a group of your fellow adventurers. So, I think I'm going to start with McHoss because he has the most clearly developed backstory so far, at least that I've heard.
Hey.
So, McHoss, what is your character's name again?
We are playing Tantalus Mogwo. He is a little Moogle guy.
And for those of us that never played Final Fantasy growing up, because we're not weebs, they're flying teddy bears.
Basically fucking flying.
Have you ever saved a game?
They're basically every mascot platformer just compiled into one little teddy bear size package.
So I believe that your Moogle has some friends, does he not?
We do. We play. Tantalus is the front man for the for the popular band known all through the land as Dandy Tantalus and the Spoony Bards. All right. So Dandy Tantalus is the crow. That's what he sounds like. He's actually a crow in disguise. No,
He's a Kinku disguised as a flying teddy bear.
Yeah, so Tantalus is kind of the mascot and the co-front man, but he runs the show with Mogula. She's the co-founder of the Spoony Bards. She sings backup, and she plays the acoustic. Sometimes they flip-flop. Mogbert is the drummer and the muscle. He's secretly the brains behind the operation, but he lets his buddy Tantalus take all the credit because he's just that nice of a guy. We got Mogrit, who's the hornist. He's a homegrown Moogle. The cowboy hat. He's the good cop to Mog's bad cop. We've got Mog. She's the lead guitarist. She likes to be known as the motivational interrogator. She seems really ditzy, but she maintains the ditzy persona even when she's like torturing people. It's kind of unsettling. And then you've got the masked Mog. Nobody knows much about the masked Mog. We just know that he absolutely shreds on the keyboard.
And there's one other member of the band that's not an instrumentalist, I believe.
Yeah, she's not. She's instrumental, though she's not an instrumentalist. Her name is just Maria. She's not even a Moogle. She's just a regular-ass human, but she flies their plane called the Radical Pom-Pom. So she's instrumental to the band's success.
And there's one interesting thing about Maria. She doesn't know who her parents are.
She does not. So they gave her a little fucking pom-pom she can put on her helmet, and they pretend she's a Moogle.
The only thing she has of her supposedly that she has of her parents is an amulet that she keeps under her garbs that is in the shape of a fist.
Sure.
Does she play melodica?
I mean, she's down to learn.
I mean, it's not a real instrument, so it could be legit. He said she doesn't play an instrument.
Dang.
I mean, he's not wrong.
It's just half an accordion without the fun bits.
It's just a really shitty harmonica.
So the funny thing is the Spoonie Bards, that's the band is kind of a front for what they actually do. So these guys are actually like a pretty high profile underground high profile private investigators. They got their start busting like, gang activities and local like drug busts, but they've gotten enough infamy throughout the years, so now they're busting bigger cases like trafficking and like really large scale drug rings, smuggling, that kind of thing.
So the fact that your Moogle band is actually undercover PIs, that explains how you got to level 5. Are there any major events that occurred that maybe you earned your magical item thing that you have?
Yeah, so before Tantalus was a performer, he was actually a pretty revered Chocobo Knight. He was a captain. Chocobos are basically just giant fucking chickens you ride around on.
That I know.
So he was pretty high ranking up there, but got kind of disillusioned with it. Something kind of happened, and he kind of broke ranks, so was dishonorably discharged. But his general took a shining to him and gave him this little locket on his way out. So the locket is just nothing like no name or anything. It's just a fucking locket, but it always kind of points the way out of any. It always points the safest route for Mog to get out of danger when he needs to get out.
All right, so that's a good look at these characters. Can you? Well, actually, I'm gonna come back. So I'm gonna have when we get an introduction of everyone's kind of like their groups or not groups. I'm gonna have you talk about your backgrounds here or your like scenes, I guess, or your settings. We're gonna go ahead, Luke. I know you've got some cool stuff worked out for your guy. Don't lean into the mic a little bit.
I already forgot his name. I had to open my phone back up. So I'm playing as Wiltier Van Mora. He comes from a world that I created for another homebrew campaign. The area is known as Normath, which in Elven translates to Legacy of the North. I stole that from Tolkien, so that is a real word.
Nice.
He is born into a noble Elven family. However, his father was some human servant that was unknown, and the elves in that area, seeing that humans don't have a very long lifespan, they believe that they can't get much done that's worthwhile, so their lives are better spent serving those who live longer. So the humans have mostly been enslaved. As such, having a human parent was a very bad thing, so he was kind of kept in secret. So growing up that way, once he reached adulthood at about 100 years old, was able to venture out of the city and found a group of human rebels, essentially, who were monks following the way of the Long Death, trying to find ways to prolong their own life so that they could compete with the longer living races of the land. So Wilt started studying with these guys and in disguise going out and leading raids to help to free the humans that were enslaved by the elves in the area. So he reached level 5 by going on these raids, various encounters with the people in the surrounding area trying to fight against the elven oppression.
Nice. And he has a magical item?
He does. So there is all kinds of political turmoil going on in Normath, and one interested party that Wilt has not been able to identify yet, but they have kind of invested in these monks and are trying to help them in their fight against the elves. So he gave him a dagger, an enchanted dagger, but the only catch is if it's exposed to sunlight directly for longer than a minute, it will just disintegrate. Otherwise, it's incredibly effective at killing elves.
Yeah, I think it was like a dark elf, was like a drow thing, I think.
Yes, it's a drow dagger.
Nice. All right. We'll come back to that here in a minute.
How the fuck am I going to follow that?
Yeah, I know,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
That's why I started with
I'm
them.
in it for the goddamn memes over here.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's what happens when a DM spends 4 months planning something and all his players quit on session 2.
Hey.
It becomes a backstory for somebody less important.
Backstory.
I was trying to blow into the microphone, but it was,
Blow into the mic, talking to the melodica.
yeah.
So next up, we got Sawyer.
Alrighty. So it's a bit of a long shot, but we got Schubert, Frank Schubert, or Franz, if you're feeling a little flavorful,
A little froggy.
A
little turtley.
A little turtley. He's got a couple brothers. One named Bach. He's got one Stravinsky. He's got his other brother, Beethoven, and then the master Schroeder. And so they are actually. So
Oh shit! We got. There he is.
So make no mistake, they are all. That's out of regs.
What's out of rigs? My entire
The
face?
that goddamn squirrel, bro.
That's nothing yet. Just wait till March 30th.
I can't wait.
Well, they didn't want to wait for you, so we started recording.
Oh. Was I supposed to be here at 6:30?
Yes.
You called it.
I knew. I was like, Skylar thought we said 7:30 again.
I'm 100% sure.
Also, under the table is your headphone extender.
Thank you.
It's a little far because it got pulled back by feet.
Don't worry,
you're,
I promise
you're
you,
stepping on it.
I'm worth the wait.
Baby, I'm worth it.
Okay, while we're waiting, Sawyer's in the middle of his character introduction. Denver is a flying teddy bear that's a member of a flying teddy bear band.
Okay.
But there are secretly PIs.
He knows what Moogles are.
Yeah, okay, they're Moogles.
Okay, but a Detective Moogle?
It's a Moogle band with a female human pilot of their starship thingy, whatever. But they're also PIs, but nobody knows they're PIs.
Okay.
Also, one thing that you might catch that I don't think anyone else did, Maria doesn't know. Maria's the pilot. She doesn't know who her parents are. The only item that she has of her potential lineage is a amulet that is in the shape of a fist.
Okay.
Luke is from a homebrew campaign. I forget all the details, but he's it's on the podcast, so just go listen later. He's unlike most of the people here. So he's
Try all.
Hey, I was listening to the family on the way here. And
Nice.
it's not even relevant.
My character's
you never know.
My character's a half-elf monk of noble birth.
Okay.
He's taking part in a human rebellion against the elves.
Okay, cool.
Essentially, it.
Yeah, in a homebrew setting, homebrew planet, everything.
Cool.
I'm playing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle named Schubert.
But they're all named after musicians instead of
They're all named
painters.
classical composers instead of
And so
painters.
he has a brother named Bach,
Okay.
Stravinsky.
All right.
He's and their master, instead of Shredder, it's a bird named Schroeder. He's kind of like the manager a little bit, but
So bad.
every time they come back from a job, he always says,
Beethoven.
Oh, yeah, and Beethoven. So he's and so Schubert is a really shitty composer.
Okay.
He's so goddamn bad.
not as bad as his player because he just guessed Jurassic Park without looking at his melodica
I really
earlier.
did.
You missed it.
I sat down, someone said Jurassic Park, and then went. And I was like, fuck! minus that part, but then.
I mean, that makes it better.
But so and then we opened the podcast and I fucked it up like 7 times. but yeah, so he's he's been kind of making his living as a composer, but he's just such a charismatic, chill guy. His charisma's 20, by the way.
Okay.
And so that's how he's reached level 5 so far, is because he's literally just didn't realize he bullshit his way out of so many situations just by writing awful music. Him and his brothers all write pretty bad music, but he's just a chill guy. He just wants to make one sea shanty. That's his
Not
that's
two.
That's his
Just
bag.
one.
But he wants to do that. But he has not seen the ocean yet, so he doesn't feel like he can actually.
He needs to see the ocean before he
He
can write
needs
a
to
sea
see it before he composes it, because he's kind of like going full method on that one.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, that's really full method.
and he lives in
He's writing it. What the fuck? That composition style that we had to study, where you fucking roll dice to come up with the next note.
Serialism.
That's it.
12-tone
What it is.
serialism.
Thank you, serialism.
and so he's in the world of, well, in Lord of the Rings, kind of esque.
He's in like Helm's.
You had me until
It's
Lord of the
Helm's
Rings.
Deep esque. It's very much like a very landlocked area.
Okay.
And so, in this
Helm's
case,
Deep, like the city.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I just envisioned the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Oh,
Like,
no,
we're
no.
constantly under attack.
No, he's fine. No, he's fine. He's fine. He's, but yeah, it's like that's kind of like his
Orcs
home.
blowing themselves up.
That's been like his home base for a little while, in the Kingdom of Rohan.
Okay.
And their king, however, Joe, has is quite the conversationalist
Of House Mama.
of so he's a very curious king.
Okay.
Always asks the right amount of questions.
No, King Joe of the Mansion Mama.
Dear God, Joe King. Fuck me.
I'm joking. I don't think you understand how many layers this goes because we have Joe Rohan.
I thought we were Joe Rohan.
God. Your whole character is secretly an ogre.
We also got King Joe.
Oh man, I'm sorry, but yeah. So essentially,
King Joe lives in the mansion.
But the magical item that Schubert has is actually just like someone gave him a napkin to write something on, but he ended up accidentally writing a wish, or like it's like a wish scroll. So he has one wish that can be granted at any time for whatever he needs, but he doesn't realize it until he opens his wallet. So that's Joe Rohan, or that's Schubert. That's Franz Schubert.
Are you sure you're not Joe Rohan?
And we have new interludes now.
Very high budget.
Randomly throughout the campaign, Sora's character just looks at the screen and be like, Jamie, can we pull it up?
I'm also Reggie Dabbs. I'm Schubert.
I love how you can play every note wrong. And we know exactly
Can't
what
even
it is.
accidentally be right.
That's why Schubert has such good charisma.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Schubert has inspiration. I'm giving him inspiration for that.
Good God, you just had... This is the intro.
Wait, can you repeat everything after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, so his name is Schubert, Franz Schubert, the
Schubert
turtle.
von Schubert.
So and he's also known as a Shuby.
Okay.
He calls his fans Shubies. Yeah, I don't think he actually has any.
But once he gets them, they'll be called Shubies.
Don't be called Shubies, dude. He's also a monk turtle with a quarterstaff, but he's probably not gonna use the staff. He might. Oh fucking no.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so formerly known as the DM.
Huh? Yeah, that's me.
What you got?
Did you say you had something? I can just start.
Oh yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So the year is 1921 in Tokyo. And there's like a very smoky filled street with red lights that sort of line the alleyways. You walk in the door, no one talks to you because there's only one reason that you'd come here, and that is to speak to the boss of the Yakuza of this area. You'd be directed up to the highest room, an office that overlooks the smoke-filled city, and sitting at an opulent desk chair, almost a throne, is the notorious gangster Pingu-sama. You would address him by his honorific Pingu-san. He looks exactly like an emperor penguin because he is a penguin. If you want to do business in Tokyo in 1921, you'd talk to Pingu-san. With his blessing, you could do anything in this town.
Beautiful.
So that's my character. He's just a penguin.
And he runs the local branch of the Yakuza.
Yeah.
But he's also, even though he's like the boss, he also does missions for them. So
yeah, he likes to get personally involved.
yeah, he's like Captain Picard, and like his number 2 is just constantly like, you're supposed to stay here, and he's like, I gotta go do it myself.
And to be clear, this is not like penguin Yakuza. It's regular people that work for a penguin. And everybody like respects him and is like, yes, boss, I'll get it done, boss. So, and nobody says
like
anything
Sir
about
Barrington.
a penguin. Yeah.
So does he have like a hit count?
A hit count?
Yeah, as in
Like how many people he's killed?
yes.
You would never ask something so disrespectful
That's fair.
to Pingu-san.
Yeah, fucking
What?
Sims.
So I can assume that he's done a lot of missions for the Yakuza to get to level 5. What magical items does he carry with him? Magical
He has-
item, singular.
Yeah, he has one item, and because it's 1921 Earth,
It's a gun.
it's something called the Orb of Infinity, and I'll discuss what it does when we get into actual play.
Okay. And last but not least, we have Simmons from Albania.
Yes.
May Allah forgive me.
So just like Sawyer, who is going to be winging it on the spot.
This was a week's worth of work for him.
I texted that to him.
Okay,
Bro, that's lab tested.
Well,
man.
okay, so for just some context here, AR hit me up like 2 days ago. Hey, make a new character. He's going to be level 5. Good luck.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, all right. So we've got Hagman Croy. He is a goblin, and in the society that he was brought up in, he was captured and immediately put onto a slave ship. Because everybody takes advantage of these puny little goblins. They can't really speak our language. So yeah, they're going through along their merry way, and then all of a sudden, just later on, like maybe 30 years into his existence, the ship just crashes. The word was it was a mutiny, but nobody really knows what happened for the goblins that were there. They crash into this just swampy woods, and actually most of the goblins ended up dying on impact. He didn't. Because he landed on several of his friends' corpses.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
So yeah, he's now surviving in this swamp, this messy swamp. He's the few other stragglers. They just kind of run off and do their own thing, never really to see them again. And he starts getting by fishing. That's his career. But the swamp is actually pretty hostile, as you can imagine, especially for somebody who was just a slave their entire life, and he's just fending for himself, wooden stick, and just poking at things and hoping for the best. Most of the times they were just mushrooms that scared him in the woods. But, he's doing his best. Until this old druid finds him one day and brings him in. He's like, oh, God, you're pathetic. I'm going to... Here, come on.
He said, JP, come here, and then hit you with an energy sword.
Yeah, basically.
Arching from across the map, dude.
So the druid teaches him how to speak. Also teaches him about how surviving in the woods, gives him a little bit of magical background. Also teaches him about the wares of the woods, including the hallucinogenics.
What about
Beautiful.
love?
The love for the mushrooms.
So,
Can't have Simmons without mushrooms.
very true. Does your...
Where's Johnny? Has anybody seen Johnny?
So
Oh, don't you worry.
So, as Hagman is being raised, he is learning about these delicacies, if you will, and then just general spellcasting. He eventually decides to go on to his own thing, survive on his own. He has several encounters with raiders that are just randomly going through the wood trying to loot. Comes out on top because of better knowledge of the area. Decent spellcasting to control and manipulate the environment around him. And when he gets enough confidence dealing with these people, he decides to go to the nearby city, where he is harassed because he's a freaking goblin. What are you doing here?
Okay. Have you picked a setting? Because if not, that would be great if that were Waterdeep.
It's basically just like a clone of the swamp from Shrek.
No. I mean, the city that you go to is Waterdeep. That would be
Okay,
good.
yeah, we can go with Waterdeep.
Okay. Specifically,
Is that the Oscars music where you get
Yeah,
played
man,
off?
that's All Star.
fun.
That's the little solo in there.
Fun aside. One of my friends in college was an atheist, but he played piano for a church. And what he did, he was a genius at improvising classical music. So what he would do during every where you just play music while people are coming up and do communion or whatever. Anytime there was down music, he would just invent a new version of All Star, and nobody ever got it.
That's so good.
It was amazing. He was just like, dude, I just troll them so hard all the time. It's just All Star. And then one day he switched to Never Gonna Give You Up, and they never noticed. It was amazing.
There was somebody in that church.
Because
that
the
got
median
it.
age of them is like 60.
Yeah, pretty much. Even in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
So going back to your question on Waterdeep.
So you're outside of Waterdeep. You live in a swamp. You got knowledge from a druid. What's your magical item?
The magical item is actually the staff that his
The
Staff of beans.
The stick that he was using to fend off the mushrooms?
No. So it was the staff that his master actually whacked him over the head with one day and decided to just turn it into his wand as a form of punishment, but it didn't really work.
So you said he was a wizard, right?
He liked it.
A druid teaching
he's also a
Hagman to
druid.
become a druid.
Okay, right. Okay, sorry.
I got a mushroom for that.
Okay, so I've got bard, monk, wizard, monk,
Turtle.
Pingusan. What are you? What is Pingusan?
I don't think you could have made it any clearer.
Is a wise man. He's a man of many names.
I think he's looking for a class and race.
Well, I know what the race is. It's
Yeah.
penguin. He sent me the stats.
I did.
It's a fucking penguin, dude.
I feel like I'm back on Tinder.
Pingusan loves walking on the beach and laughing at old movies and The Office.
Hikes. He loves hiking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
And adventures. Just as vague as possible.
Okay.
Do you really want to?
I would prefer a class.
Some say Pingusan is gifted at music, but he has not played in a long time.
Okay, so you're going with that. Okay, so bard, and then we've got a druid. Okay, so I'll fill you in on the intro scene later.
Okay.
So I would imagine. Let me see here. So Flying Teddy Bear Man. I'm gonna get names. It's weird names. I'll get them. Flying Teddy Bear. They have their bar. Do they kind of like chill at the bar? Is that where they live, like sleep, all that kind of stuff?
I mean, they live in the radical pom pom.
Oh, they live in the van.
They live in the tour bus.
Okay, so
Tour ship.
They live in the tour bus. Okay, monk, elf monk. Where does he live?
In a monastery shortly outside of the Elven City.
They're okay. I knew you were rebels. I didn't know if you were going with the cave. So he's in a monastery.
Ironically enough, it's a place in Helm's Deep called the Surf Shack.
But it's not Helm's Deep from the movies. It's like Helm's Deep if like it were just like casually.
It was Helm's Deep with a tiki bar, apparently.
Yeah, no, it's like
half pipe everywhere.
It's like Helm's Deep in the 20th century if like Sammy Hagar just turned it into a Mexican beach resort.
No. I'm just gonna say it's Helm's Deep if it wasn't copyrighted.
Oh, yeah, that totally cleared it up for me. Thanks.
Dirt.
We have Helm's Deep at home. Helm's Deep at home. Yeah, hey, does that thing come with the Lord of the Rings theme on it?
It actually does.
Luke, I feel so bad for you, man.
No, this is role playing, guys.
I feel bad for the DM.
Why?
Costco.
The only thing I care about is making good content for the internet.
In our gullets.
Oh my god.
Somebody died here.
Kronk, I'm sorry you missed this. This is beautiful.
Honestly.
Oh
God,
my
it got funnier as it went on.
the conviction.
The conviction will never stop.
So you live in the fucking sewers because you're a turtle.
Essentially, yeah, it's kind of sewers, but it's like it's not disgusting, but it's still a little
Plumbing
gross.
hasn't been invented, so no one's flushing shit down there.
No, they're just throwing it on the street. So
It's just like
Like
abandoned,
normal people throwing it on the streets.
like normal French
Like the
people.
only place there is.
Pingusan, of course, he has his own place because he's Pingusan.
Yeah. It's like
And
a temple.
you live in the swamp.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I need to take a breath and get the laughing off of my face so I can read this very serious thing I have written here.
Good.
Okay.
I'm taking this very seriously.
Okay, so each of you begin in this setting. The Radical Pom Pom is just taken off after a show. Stuff like that. Let's see. Okay, so after what you guys are doing, you guys go kind of where you're done for the night. You're heading back to camp, whatever, your monastery, your house, whatever you guys, the bus. Tonight was a good night. Pretty much everyone's drunk, except for the goblin who is high on mushrooms. So you're all pretty drunk or high, and you're feeling pretty good. Your guard's down. Everything's going pretty good. So each of your characters kind of tucks in for the long nap at night, the sleepy times. But before you know it, for some reason you're woken. No reason. Just you'd feel like you just needed to wake up in the middle of the night, and you just decide to get up and go pee.
All right.
As you do that, though, from behind you can't see it obviously, but from behind you, a extremely bright bluish, purplish, blackish light fills your environment. So the tour bus, monastery room, whatever, the sewers, lights up all the shit you're laying in.
Dude, it's clean in there.
And each of you turns around to see a portal, but basically it looks like if a giant animal tore a portal. Instead of making a nice, neat one, it's just a nasty tear in space-time. And from that pours a thick cloud of acrid smoke. Roll initiative.
Okay. Damn. Do we need a battle theme?
Baby, that's a crit.
Yes.
That's a 17 for me.
So it's a 24.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. For initiative.
This is 17. Oh, wait. We're rolling initiative.
Well, no, wait, I didn't know that. Wait.
Yeah, you get bonus or
You roll the
detraction.
D100
It's on
for
the
initiative,
first page.
dude. We've changed systems.
Oh, well, in that case.
Where have you been?
That's a 13 for Mog.
Wait, what's the bonus come from?
It's dexterity.
Oh, dexterity? Oh, okay. Well, that's a 20. Dirty 20.
Nice.
20%.
HP. Oh my
As long
god.
as I don't get hit, though,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
19 ace.
Bad, your speed's pretty good.
Luke.
8.
I think I could double that, too.
Wait.
We just need
10.
key point.
I need to change
I have a
my...
+2. I forgot about that part.
10.
I
Okay.
walk 25 feet.
I got a 14.
14. Okay, that's everyone. All right, well, all of you go before whatever this thing is that just poured from the other dimension, because it spends its first turn coalescing into. Let's see, who would know what this is? Probably the only one of you that actually has any idea would be Luke's character and Simmons' character. It sort of bears a vague resemblance to a wraith, but it's definitely not any wraith that you've ever encountered, and it's definitely not anything of the world that you're from. You just get the heebie-jeebies looking at this thing.
So, can I get some clarification? Are we all in the same room?
No. You're in different
Simultaneously
We're
getting
all
attacked.
Okay, so we're all experiencing the same thing.
Yes,
Okay.
at the same time,
different
but you're
spaces.
in completely different areas of...
Gotcha.
conveniently
The
all
con-
pissing, though, so.
Yes. Yes.
So everyone's being attacked with exposed genitals.
That's the only way to be attacked,
Well,
bro.
honestly, for Hagman, this is pretty normal.
Yeah.
Supernatural.
The only difference
multiverse
between
pooping.
the only difference between the wraith that you would think of from the monster manual and what you're seeing in front of you is you guys know that I think it was from Wind Waker that but the phantom armor you get in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the DLC.
It's like that purple suit of armor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So basically,
Spirit
like,
tracks.
imagine that, but like mixed with like a Daedric set from Elder Scrolls. But like, there's like not really legs. It's just the top half of it, and it's just this thick, acrid smoke that fills it. And there's no real, other than the armor, there's no real defining humanoid characteristics to it.
Okay.
So none of you know what's going on, but you all get it in your ideas that this is probably something that shouldn't be there and you should attack it. But before, actually, yeah. So, in initiative order, Pingu-san goes first. What do you want to do?
Pingu-san does a quick shake and a tap and turns to face his adversary and says, Pingu-san has led a long life of 18 years. Pingu-san will face his death with dignity.
Did you look up the lifespan of a penguin?
Yes, I did.
Fuck yeah.
You want to talk about method? This man right here knows the lifespan of a fucking emperor penguin.
Fucking melodica. What am I
Okay,
doing?
so as you say that to it, it's still sort of coalescing into its armor shape. You think it responds to you, but all you could basically make out is the sound of like gigantic chunks of metal grinding together.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
That's a 1.
Never mind.
Damn.
I closed my eyes. I'm accepting my death.
That's true. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Simmons.
All right. So immediately he is being overwhelmed with.
You're in the swamp, by the way. If you
Oh,
don't know.
I am in the swamp.
You're not in town. You're in the swamp.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out how I was in a room. So okay, so this is kind of similar to when the raiders come in with smoke bombs. So the first thing that he immediately wants to do is perform an Arcana check to figure out if he can gather anything from this.
Hey, Simmons,
I must move fast.
Started.
Okay. Give me an Arcana.
That is an 18.
Okay.
Can I get Pirates of the Caribbean?
Your Arcana check.
I'll get you on my next round.
Your Arcana check reveals that this thing is bristling with magic, but it's not magic that's anything. Your druid senses are like off the charts. This thing is not right.
Okay, so from that note, since this is a very unfamiliar being, he's gonna bitch out. He's gonna immediately climb a tree.
Okay. Give me an
There's
athletics check.
There's no moss in the tree, dude.
This ain't Francis, my guy. That's a 13.
You're typecast, bro.
Okay. So you are scared, but you manage to get about halfway up the tree from what you wanted to.
Okay, am I in a pretty solid position there?
You're getting to a position.
Okay,
You're in transit.
okay, works for me.
Who's next?
It was me.
Turtley boy.
So, like, I'm just peeing at this point. I guess I.
What you had gotten up to, if you have your cock out and you're pissing, that's up to you.
I don't. He's gonna kind of look up and be like, "Oh shit, sup, bro?"
Again, you hear the same sound that I described earlier.
Okay.
Grinding metal.
Can you try to communicate it with a little bit more?
Give me an.
What could I do to?
What's a language check? What are stats?
Quick turtle facts: turtle penises are about 2/3 the length of the turtle's body.
If you can't think of like a, if you can't think of like a skill check,
charisma, I would think.
this is how you can just have him do a charisma
Intelligence?
check.
Yeah. Let me hang on.
Charisma check.
Charisma check.
Yeah, but
Yes, that's where persuasion and
yeah. Okay. Give me. Yeah. Give me. Give me a. Give me a persuasion check.
Fuck yeah, bro. That's an 18.
Whatever this thing is does not speak any language you're familiar with.
Shit.
We're gonna have you roll for it anyway, bro.
I guess it's my turn then. I already took my action.
Flash.
Yes. Okay. That was an action.
Yeah, I did an action. Wait, I have a key. I'm gonna use a key point.
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna.
gonna punch it?
No, I'm gonna take a few steps back,
Okay. You
I'm
successfully
gonna-
take a few steps back.
and then I'm going to use another key point, and then hit it with my quarterstaff.
Okay. Roll and attack.
Whack this big old hunk of metal with a quarterstaff.
It's gonna be a 12.
Okay, your quarterstaff lands true, but you feel like you just hit the side of a battleship with a piece of wood.
I'm gonna use one more key point.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, "Whoa, sorry, man. You snuck up on me like that. I know I kind of looked at you, but like, you can't keep doing that to me. Especially that's like it's my process. I'm writing.
Okay. Is that your
That's what I'm saying to him.
nothing? It doesn't respond that time.
Okay, cool. Then I end my turn.
Let's see who's next. Math is hard.
4 key points.
Teddy bear.
All right, so Mog's getting ready to do the deed when he kind of gets.
Oh, by the way, everyone also sees that the Wraith's armor looks like something hit it, but none of you can see anything that made impact to it.
Yeah, so Mog's gonna turn around and kind of look at this thing. He kind of senses it behind him. He goes, it just kind of takes a long, deep sigh and goes, "I'm gonna need more Koopo nuts for this guy." And he just kind of he takes like 2 big old nuts out of his pocket, kind of crumbles them up, rolls a quick little blunt, and just takes a quick drag. And as he's smoking the Koopo nuts, he's gonna check this thing out. He's gonna see if he can make out anything besides the armor.
Investigation check?
Do you want me to roll investigation?
Sounds like what you want from me.
Shit.
That's not a roll.
You want
do it again.
What a gracious, kind, loving soul. That was a 3.
What were these rolls when Yardley?
Is it a crit fail?
That's a crit fail.
Big, scary, floaty armor.
Hey, that's what I was afraid of.
Just as I suspected.
Just as I suspected.
Margala! And he starts calling out to his co-host.
Okay.
It's like, what'd you put in the wine, Margala?
And after
Okay,
I just
so-
smoked my last Phoenix down.
So you can call out to your friend?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a free perception check as you call out to your friend as a free action.
Perception.
Please be another one.
After the 3, where's... All right, there we
Any
go.
games in the future.
All right, that's better. That's an 18.
Crit fail
Okay.
automatically should be good
You
advantage or
turn around
inspiration.
to call out to your friend, and
Anytime
you
you
notice
fail,
on
you get or,
you're in the tour
inspiration.
bus, right?
Yeah.
No one is
That'd be
moving. Everything is completely still except for you and this floating armor.
Kind of looks down at the blunt, looks at the armor, looks at his friends, looks down at the blunt and goes, I didn't think I had that much tonight.
And that brings us to half elf monk.
Say his name.
I don't remember.
Oh no.
Don't bug for God.
Why didn't Gunbug?
full retard.
Full retard.
So Wilt sees this, and being used to fighting against the high elves, he assumes that this is some kind of magic that they would use against him. He fights wizards regularly, so he's just going to go ahead and try to attack it.
Okay.
So he will use the quarterstaff, and I'm going to spend a key point as well.
You have
for,
a quarterstaff too.
Yeah,
He's a monk.
Of course, I have a quarterstaff. So he's going to use a key point for a bonus attack as well.
Okay. Roll me the first attack.
Did you say his name is Wilt?
Wilt.
Wilt, cool.
Chamberlain. His one of his former best friends is named Shub, and they bonded over love of basketball.
I like how this dice doesn't bounce; it just.
Yeah. That's why we like
Oh, I
metal
love those
dice.
kind of dice. Yeah.
So it's an 11 to hit.
Okay. Similarly to the turtle that you haven't met yet, you basically hit a battleship with a stick of wood. Everyone else notices that the armor seems to have been hit by something again, but nothing else happens to it.
Okay. The bonus attack is an unarmed, and that's 20 to hit.
Okay. Roll damage.
Just wouldn't be Simmons if I didn't hear.
AR was the one who
5.
gave me the freaking pub mix.
Okay, so you
As
do
he
5 damage to this. Everyone else...
I didn't bring a character
So
sheet.
you see that your fist goes through a section of the armor that is unguarded, and basically you kind of punch the backside of the torso plate, but you hear it make more metal grinding sounds. Everyone else also sees like the smoke kind of move around, and it maybe if you're looking close enough, looks like there might be enough room in that smoke hole for a like human-sized hand to fit. Okay, it is now the turn of the Wraith thing, and it is going to cast... I don't remember what level it has to be cast at.
Doesn't
I
matter.
was just like, you're the DM.
Do it.
I know, I looked it up earlier, but I...
You cast it at level 8 twintillion, bro.
How many dice does he need for that one?
Okay, so... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... So it's going to cast Hold Person at 7th level on all of you.
7th level.
So you guys have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's
Oh, no.
I ain't
Okay.
got
Oh, that's
no
okay.
wisdom, bruh.
14.
Okay.
How does an 8 sound?
Okay.
How does a 19 sound?
Okay.
and a 15.
Okay.
All right, so because of our mutual love of this number, if I roll a nat 12, it's equivalent to the nat 20, right?
Okay, so everyone except for the goblin is frozen in place. And you are now going to take another attack because it gets to attack twice because this thing is extremely overpowered because this is how I'm introducing my setting.
Was this Flea's death that you planned out?
No, no, you guys aren't dying. I promise you
that's why I
that
said
the only
flee.
thing that's not happening here is my character's dying.
He literally said that he wanted me to play Flea immediately just so he could kill him off, and I said no.
Okay, give me a Constitution roll.
Everybody?
No, just Simmons.
All right.
So for the
Ooh,
record,
that's a dirty 20.
Okay, it attempted to cast Life Drain on you, but you succeeded in not being hit by that. Okay, so everyone else that is frozen, you guys are starting to notice that you can still like move your eyes, but you are slowly being pulled into the portal. Not by this wraith, but just it's like magnetism from tractor beam or some shit.
Quick question. He cast Hold Person. Does that count as Hold Pingu? I'm just a joke. I'm good.
Well, due to clerical error in the math in this game,
We don't have a cleric.
penguins actually are gargantuan humanoids.
All Pingu Son's life.
Okay, Simmons, what are you doing?
Okay, so I assume that I'm just stuck halfway up the tree.
This is too much power.
Yes.
So
Oh, don't worry. I have
he
some
is
accompaniment.
going to immediately cast Thorn Whip, sourcing the magic from some of the vines he has wrapped around his arms.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second. Oh, if this is a success, it'll bring it 10 feet closer to me. So that is a 11.
Okay. So what do I have to do?
What
What are you rolling against?
the armor.
Oh, it's armor class. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
no. So it's a spell.
But it hits with it counts as like a melee or a ranged attack.
Yeah. Let me verify.
I'm not like making a saving throw as the wraith,
Okay.
right?
You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Okay, so it hits. It's an armor attack. Nothing happens. Everyone that's floating towards the portal, you see like the armor get hit by something and like a leaf fall to the ground and then immediately disappear. Okay, so it's the wraith's turn again. He's gonna cast Hold Person on you again. Make me another. No, just Simmons.
Oh, okay.
Just Simmons because everyone else is already stuck.
Oh, no, step bro.
I was waiting for it.
So
Okay,
this
so that's another wisdom saving throw.
wisdom save. Ooh, that's a 5.
Okay, you are also frozen. Now, since everyone has been succumbed to the effects of the Hold Person spell, you all notice now that everyone except the only one that noticed it was Flying Teddy Bear Man. You are frozen in time, and your body is slowly drifting towards this portal. You all go through the portal, and everything fades to white, like total white and then total black. Okay. Everyone wakes up a little later, and the room that you were in is nothing like the world that you just left. It's just damp. It's somehow damp and dusty at the same time. Like, it's just filth in a way that you're not used to, even from the swamp. You're all in what you can sort of chalk up to be a prison cell. You see some iron bars, but each of them are curiously constructed to fit your individual character. So for Flying Teddy Bear Man, it is like the size of a dog carrier, basically. So there's no way that you can just get out of them. Yeah, and this is where we're going to take a quick break, and you guys are going to switch your character sheets.
Play them off, Johnny.
Is there anything? What were we supposed to do on the break? I forgot.
P.
Go to your level 1 character sheet.
Okay, did that.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, we're in a prison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's specifically fitted to us, so...
Okay, so
Yeah.
we rolling HP for level 1?
No, not yet.
No, okay.
You are effectively level 1, and all of your stats are effectively 7, including your hit points for now. So, depending on your character class, that may be an upgrade.
We literally all have a -2 modifier.
Yes, that's the point.
Okay, well then I need to modify my stats. Give me a second.
Don't modify them yet because it's not going to be super relevant. You're not going to get into a combat or anything right now. But all of you wake up in a prison block, and each of your own cells is like fitted to you as, I guess, a general species, maybe not individually. So you're all awake, and you all notice that you can see each other's prison cells.
Do I recognize any of the... Well, do we remember the Wraith?
That's a lot.
Okay,
So
no.
you were going to ask first about Okay, so yes, you personally remember the Wraith.
Okay.
Whether these other people do or not, you haven't done anything to find that out yet. So I think you were going to ask me. Anyways, anyone that wants to make a perception check, please do so.
I guess I'll make a perception.
Minus.
I'm gonna perceive the hell out of these
Everyone's
guys.
at some -2.
Everyone's -2 because you are in a totally foreign environment and breathing feels weird.
Am I proficient?
if you're racially proficient in it, yeah, you still keep your racial stats and class stats. But
Okay, so
So I guess it
I rolled
equals
a
out.
13.
okay,
That's a 3 for the rat.
13,
a rat.
3. Oh, what manner of creature are you?
Pingu-san, would you roll?
10.
8.
Just
Elf
plus
Monk at
2.
8. What did the turtle roll?
17.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so the turtle is the first to notice that most of these. Let's see. You sort of recognize what looks to be similar to a goblin, but like way better looking than any goblin you've ever seen in Helm's Deep. And you vaguely recognize something that could pass for human, unlike maybe like a bad sculptor turned the claymation to life, in your own estimation. Let's see. The goblin notices there is a actual animal that seems to be doing like things that animals don't do. Okay.
Do I wait?
Like drinking tea.
Do I recognize?
pretty much.
Do I perceive his suit?
Like his. Yes, because he is an emperor penguin and he's also wearing a tuxedo.
Yeah. That's what. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I go to the bathroom in a tuxedo.
You know, you go to bed in a tuxedo, bro. Yeah. You don't go to bed, you just
That's
meditate.
the key to his professionalism, is never be seen anywhere without a suit.
He just meditates.
I feel like at
instead
some
of
point he
sleeping.
just accidentally found himself in a tuxedo and stumbled.
I can't get out of this. Yeah, I have flippers.
Okay, so Franz Josef, as the highest perception stat, do you want to attempt to like talk to these people?
Yeah. So how far away are they? And is it kind of like dimly lit, or is it fully?
It's like borderline dimly lit. It's like it's still full visibility, but
Enough
it's
to
like
see.
it's kind of dark. Like,
Okay.
Not super dark. There's some torches
Well,
and there's some natural
You
sunlight.
said we're in like animal carriers. Are we like stacked on top
No,
of
no,
each
no,
other?
no. You're like in the wall, like actual prison cells, but
Oh.
his is like the size of an animal carrier.
Oh.
Just
Just fitted to us.
and yours is
specifically.
also like appropriately sized. You can't just like slip out of the prison bars.
No.
So one of my my racial features is that I can see in the dark.
Okay.
So can I just see everybody?
Well, you
Fifth
can.
edition. We
All
all
right,
have dark vision.
Bingo. Mark your bingo sheets for I have dark vision.
Yeah. 60 feet with no colors.
I actually had $10
I'm
on
naturally colorblind, so-
on that new betting app that he would be the first one to bring it up.
Is there moss in there that I can see?
There is no-
Francis is not here.
Okay, so it's the lighting in the chamber is bright enough that you can see everyone. They're kind of in shadows unless you have dark vision, and then it's just fully lit. But you all can see
Like this
everyone
party.
else. You all can see everyone else without struggling, but your vision just generally seems like you just woke up from a nap. Like you woke up too quick from a nap, and you're kind of a little groggy. That's kind of what your vision's like. So you don't know. Like you kind of are feel like a little disbelief. So Turtle Man, as the basically using your 17 as initiative, would you like to try to talk to anyone else?
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out and be like, "Whoa, I got put in this weird kind of place with like the most handsome guys in here.
Okay.
What's up?"
So to everyone else in the room, he sounds like a turtle hissing at you.
Oh,
None of you can kind of gather that that's an intelligent language, but that's it. Okay. Next
Please
up.
remain calm, fellow captor.
I'm trying. I really am.
So if I'm at level 1, I can't. I'm not a wizard yet, so I can't. I was gonna say I have comprehend language, but that doesn't do shit here. So,
I also have comprehend languages.
but I'm multi-classing, so until I level up, it's useless.
Okay, so let's see here. Simmons,
Also, is
you were
turtle
next
a
up.
recognizable
Okay.
language.
That's a good question.
How about penguin?
So-
Would you like to attempt to communicate with your cellmates?
Your soulmates.
The answer is no.
Okay.
Because he is extremely just on. He is not high right now. He's just on that weird crash state.
coming down.
So he's
coming down, and he just went through a portal
The
and
moment that he hears all the hissing, he's just in the back of the cage as far back as
The
he can
DM
just-
did say the goblin was dummy thick. At least something like that.
handsome.
That's what I chose to hear.
the most handsome goblin. That
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen.
dummy thick. That's
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know what? You know what? I do like that interpretation.
Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
So he just slams into the back of the cage, just observing.
Okay. So, would anyone else like to attempt to communicate?
I would like to comprehend languages.
Okay.
I'll use a spell for that.
Can't.
Okay, do that at disadvantage because you feel that your source of magic is like interrupted.
It's not a thing.
Another
I have to roll for.
Oh, it just goes off. It just goes off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We'll do it at disadvantage because I'm on the
I mean, I'll roll. I do it.
I fail the DC.
I failed the role I requested to make.
Okay, so you now understand Turtley Man because he's the only one that's talked so far.
I also understand Penguin.
I've got an hour. I say what I said. Please remain calm, fellow captor.
I'm the most calm right now, man.
I thought you were going to sing into Yardley for a second.
No.
This is not the first time that Pingu-san has been locked up. Ever since that business with the Triad 15 years ago.
So
Your
the rest
name
of
is
us see
Pingu?
a penguin
Pingu-san.
squawking at a turtle
Pingu-san.
right now.
Yes.
Yes.
To everyone else, you hear a. You hear. Well, you hear a mix between penguins and like what sounds like reversed tape language and a turtle.
So is he speaking penguin or
No, he's speaking
Japanese or
common.
Japanese in a penguin's voice?
I speak English, but everyone in Japan completely understood me
Okay.
and only spoke Japanese, and I somehow understood them.
He speaks English.
With no explanation
You're a
given.
prinny, dude.
A what?
You're a prinny as
Pretty
well.
dude.
Sorry. It's a disguise.
It's a weeb thing.
It's super. I'm so sorry about that. Pingu-san, is that the name?
Yes.
My name is Schubert. Franz Schubert.
Perhaps you heard
It is a pleasure to meet you. However, the displeasure of us being captured together is quite unfortunate.
It is. I'd like to get like another kind of like vibe from these dudes over here, but it's so hard.
Yes. They seem confused and scared.
How did you end up here?
I was doing business. I was a businessman.
You do business too?
I was doing my business, and I was captured.
I was taken advantage of when I was most vulnerable.
Man,
I was a second player, and I did not get a controller.
Yeah, pretty much that, I guess.
I couldn't help myself. I'm
man,
sorry.
That's a tough break, dude. I kind of felt slightly the same way. I was just like hitting in the shanties over there, and it was like, oh, whoa. And then he came in, I was like, whoa. And he was like, whoa. And I was like, whoa. And now we're here.
Unfortunately, you still make very little sense to me.
I was put in the same position you were put in.
Yes, I feel that if our captors wanted to kill us, they could have done it early and much easier.
They wouldn't have made these special cages too. But
Correct.
these other guys are kind of hard to see. That one dude in the corner is really he kind of vibe me out a little bit.
The one looks like he would have something to say about how he can see very well in this dark.
I guess so.
It appears as though he has already found moss.
So are we like reverting back to level 1 as if our lives up to level 5 have not happened? So
No. Everything you remember everything about your former life.
Okay.
Just
But-
weaker, dumber, uglier.
For an unexplained
Shit,
reason.
everything have disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
You don't know what's going
while I'm
on.
watching all of this in my cell, I am attempting to do what should be comprehend languages, and nothing at all is happening.
Okay,
Because I don't have that ability anymore.
because you were double classing and I made you reset to level 1. You are getting fragments. It's sort of like
Can I recognize the movements and stuff that he's doing?
you recognize his movements as some. Maybe it looks like a spell. It doesn't look like anything that you're used to.
I feel like our spells would look different though, because you're from Earth.
I don't have magic. I just
You just
comprehend.
do this.
I just comprehend languages
you
for an
decide
hour.
you want to understand, and it is so.
Yes, you got it exactly.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's
he has
good or
special-
smart. It's just,
He has a special Japanese
noticed it's
Who
technology.
he is.
I pull out a easy translate app.
You pull out a fucking switch and it's got an app on it.
Did you ever see those?
You hold the
old-
Joy-Con up as a mic.
Those old translator dictionaries.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
one for German.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But for Japanese, I guess.
But it's like secretly magical, but it's not the other magical item.
So at this point, I've actually figured out that they are actually communicating. I'm getting
Yes.
enough out of it to hear words.
You're not hearing two animals squawk at each other. You're definitely not in a zoo. And you could tell that they were sentient creatures without
Right.
further investigation. So you can hear like a couple words, and you think that you may have mastered enough that if you talked the penguin might be able to understand you.
I heard dude in business.
So you hear that across the cell.
you say, dude, business.
So his effect of understand language now applies to you. Mostly. You're still having problems understanding him. Flying Teddy Bear Man. You got anything to add?
Yeah, Mog doesn't give a shit about these other guys. He's been in a couple of cages before, but never smart and never a cage. Like, he's never, like, been in a cage that's been, like, specifically designed for him. So he's not wigging out yet. He hadn't had quite enough Koopa nuts for that.
By the way, your cages are essentially like a brick cage, like a brick square with iron bars that don't open. They're just iron bars on the ground. Like, floor to ceiling iron bars.
No entrance or
some
exit.
kind of steel bars. Not that you can see.
Okay.
You said it was a brick? Da-da-da-da. How?
Cell.
A brick!
You got to give me a second so I can get on these games, dude.
What is that most discordant melody?
Oh man, I've been writing this new tune. It's coming together, I think. It's
You should continue to work on it.
so it's like I can't think of the title. I got this one. It's called Masonry Building, man. And it's so good, but I can't get past. I feel like it could be a little bit more simpler, but I can't. The turnaround, like when I get to the, like I can't just think past that.
By the way, you're humming this because none of you have anything in your inventory, by the way. Except for your clothes. They let you keep those.
I would be
Will
nothing
Test
except
decided
for my
he
tuxedo.
no longer wants to speak to anybody.
I elect to not comprehend.
I am safer in silence.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. So you guys start to hear heavy footsteps, and what turns the hall is somewhat similar to what attacked you guys earlier, but you can tell this is a much smaller and obviously weaker version of it. It's a full suit of armor, but it's still it's that familiar odor that you smelled with that black smoke that attacked you earlier. It sort of looks at you, and it had heard like the tail end of a conversation, talking about dude business or whatever, and it makes that same metal grinding sound, but way less loud. Way quieter, I guess would be the correct way to say that. A way quieter version of that metal sound you heard earlier. Turns back around, walks down the hallway, and a few moments later, what appears to be a human, to those of you, well, I guess everyone comes from a world where humans are, a human. But this human's dressed in a way that none of you are familiar with. Pingu-san actually may be familiar with it. It looks like it could be from his native plane of existence, but like from another part of the globe that he's not familiar with. He's never been there.
Okay.
But you've heard of humans dressing like this.
Probably the fucking water
I have
tribe.
heard of these furries.
It's a plain white garment that wraps around him. He walks up to you and says words to you that you still don't understand them, even though you passed your understand language thing.
Okay.
You have no idea what this man's saying to you.
Okay.
Just weird words that don't make any sense. Some of them sound like almost like clinical, I guess.
Okay.
So he understands. He goes like a kind of a thing, and he pulls out a stone tablet with a part that comes off and waves it in front of you, each of you. And then he says, sorry. And then he says, "Can you understand me now?" And all of you can understand him perfectly.
I guess I didn't need to answer this. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, also, everyone who actually verbally responded, everyone else hears that they can understand them as well. I'm glad you're awake. Sometimes the Emperor's finders can be a little, and he gestures towards a room down the hall, and if you kind of crane your eyes, you can see that there's just a pile of bodies.
Someone died here.
Yeah, guys, we did it. Good job.
We're fucking dead, boys.
I would say as Hagman notices the pile of bodies, he just kind of like, and then he immediately notices what's going on, and just bolts back to the edge of the cell.
Do not take that as a threat. I just mean to say that sometimes they can be a little heavy-handed, and that is not what we are here to do. My name is Lucius. We do not run a barbaric institution here, like some of those might have where you come from. Let's see. My notes... it looks like all of you are from different worlds. Interesting. This is new. We've never had a completely isolated group before. I would imagine it would be was probably rather difficult to communicate with each other for the hour that you were probably by yourselves, I imagine.
That was an hour?
From the vital scans, yes. You were all conscious for about an hour, is what it seems.
Well, I made a new friend, so it didn't seem very long. Mr. Penguin, he's a stand-up dude. Penguin.
I understand there were more of he's ignoring you because he obviously doesn't like you.
The quickest backpedal.
So Lucius is completely ignoring everything you're saying, and he just says, "It may interest you to know that there are more of you from your native planes. It looks like maybe some have accidentally been pulled through as well. He's reading this stone tablet, which is glowing, and none of you guys understand anything about this, but apparently this lit up tablet is telling him a bunch of information. Yes. Anyways, it is time to go." And he snaps his fingers, and behind you materializes one of those suits of armor. They didn't rip through time or a portal this time. They just sort of walked through the brick, and at the same time, the bars disappear. So they are leading you into the next room.
Is this the same room with all the dead bodies?
No.
Okay.
you do walk past that room. If anyone would care for a perception check on that.
I like to ask things what's with all the bodies over there?
Lucius,
it's kind of harsh in my vibe a little bit, Lucius.
Lucius says, "Pay no heed to those. Those are what was the word? Those were finds that were considerably weaker than yourselves. They could not handle the transition.
I like to pay a little bit of heed to that, Lucius.
Okay.
What's going on over there?
Okay.
You will find out in
Schubert.
due time.
The more questions you ask, the quicker your death will come.
Pengu, you make a good point. Pengu-san, I'm so sorry.
Thank you for
Hagman is going to do a
honoring me.
perception check.
With my proper term of
Give me a
address.
perception check.
That's a nat 18.
Okay, you're only going to take -1 this time because you feel like your senses are starting to be attuned to
Okay.
this environment.
Nat 19.
You see one corpse that looks vaguely familiar to something that you've seen. There's a pile of what look to be human bodies, but they're different from the humans that you're used to.
Okay, fair.
So, but you do notice that there is one body that looks something like a goblin that you're familiar with. Definitely no one that you know, but
All right, so I guess from immediate just recognition of another goblin who he has witnessed many of his dead fellow goblins, he immediately just starts backpedaling into the armor, and I guess is just getting kicked forward.
yeah, the
by
armor's you're not it's like you're on glass, but you're not falling over. They're just pushing you along.
Yeah.
If you're resisting. So I'll just go ahead and give you some extra flavor from that perception check. There's nothing on the bodies. They're just clothed bodies. If it were a game, that would you couldn't even loot it for anything. So you guys keep walking, and you were taken to a room with a bunch of ramps that lead up to it, with archways that kind of have similar gates. The suits of armor get you in towards the middle. It's sort of like a circular stone and brick kind of a building type of material. The floor is kind of dusty. And before you know it, the suits of armor are gone, and where you just walk through, you hear a slamming metal sound, and those magical iron bars reappear. And before you guys have a second to think about it, the floor starts rising. Player knowledge, it sounds like an elevator. Pingu-san probably recognizes it as an elevator sound. Flying Teddy Bear Man probably recognizes it as an elevator sound. To the rest of you, it sounds like a magical contraption that you have no idea what's going on. Before you guys have any idea what's happening, you see a hole open in the ceiling above you, and you are lifted into. Let's see. As you rise through the ceiling, you arrive in a huge semi-open area. It has a dirt floor, but looking up, you just see black. Not the night sky, just black. You can see some walls, probably 15, 20-foot brick walls. They look smooth, but they're definitely made of brick. But all you see in front of you are a pile of things. And it appears as though each of you can find, without a very difficult perception check at all, each of you can find an item that belongs to your class. So I'll let you guys, so quarterstaffs, basic weapons that would be the kit of a level 1 version of your class.
Oh, I found my melodica.
The turtle's dead.
It's tool proficiency is one type of musical instrument.
Turtle's dead.
I have not played the shamisen in many years.
Gotta save the turtle. Turtle's dead.
I've got my scimitar.
So at about that time, a hatch in the floor. So you guys are in a giant room, and you're like off to one side of it. If you were to take a random guess, just player knowledge, this is about the size of like 10 football fields. It's pretty big.
Fellow captors, I recognize an arena when we see one. Be prepared.
So as soon as Pengu-san finishes saying that, another similar elevator sound happens, but it's much larger, and it sounds like it's probably straining. In the center of the floor, a hatch in the floor, much like the one you came through, opens, and you hear what you would know as the sound of a heavy elevator. It is carrying a gargantuan bipedal beast that is laying on its side, sleeping, with massive claws and a huge gaping maw. None of you have ever seen anything like this. But then, as soon as the elevator stops moving, the floor stops, and then time freezes. In the center of the room, a floating head materializes with a face on each side. One face quite old, the other young. To each of you, this face appears to be a member of your native species. And it speaks to you in each of your native tongues, but yet addresses you as a whole. And it says, I am the beginning and the end. I have seen you arrive here and depart. You are unlike the others that have also come before, some before your time and others after. It is for this reason I speak to you now. I am the beginning and the end. You are the journey. You will become a part of me and I you. Okay, and this is where we roll our stats, and everyone is going to get a +1 to any skill that they want.
Mine are great.
Okay, so anyways, we just rolled some stats, because the reason that these guys are rolling new stats is because they're in a completely different world than they've ever been accustomed to, probably in a different universe.
Oh, hold on, I fucked up.
That's okay. We do that. It's a Salty Boy signature. So, just for while Makas is fixing his fucks up. Yeah, I said that.
While Makas is fisting his.
They have a level 5 character sheet that they're using earlier.
We got it.
That will come back later in the campaign, quite frequently, actually. I hope, if I can write as well as I want to. Okay, so we have all our stats.
Yeah.
Okay. The +1 buff that you got is, I'll tell you about that here in a second. The faces keep talking to you. You are the journey. I am Janus, and you are my sword. I am the gate, and you are the key. I am the air, and you are the wind. You must do many things during your time here, but one of them is written. You must liberate me from those who use my power to soil the Omnia. The journey must decide for itself, but I am the beginning and the end. So you know that this +1 bonus that you get is called the Divine Favor of Janus, and is just free +1 that you get, and it might come up again later. We don't know. Before you realize it, the head vanishes and the beast starts to breathe again. It was a very similar time stop to what you experienced earlier, but the time stop that you felt when you were being attacked by the suit of armor was like cold. You felt warmth and reassurance during the time stop where Janus was talking to you guys. It's like two sides of the same coin almost, kind of. You get that kind of a vibe. So before you realize it, the head vanishes, beast starts to breathe again, and you hear something else happen. Recruits, I welcome you to your new life. Your actions here today will determine what will become of you tomorrow. Don't worry, the rancor you see in front of you is old and fat. It can't put up much of a fight, as it has already been fed once today. Either way, if you die, you won't be dead for very long. Do your worst, challengers. All right, we have another combat.
Like a rancor?
Yes.
Okay.
No matter what you roll for initiative, it rolled lower than anyone else because it's old and fat.
Character sheet.
It's just a fucking penguins.
It's a goddamn JPEG of a penguin.
All right,
Jesus God.
all right, who's got initiative for me?
I have 14.
14. 12.
18.
I can't follow up any of this. You guys are amazing. Dandy Tantalus rolled an 18. And by 18, I actually mean 17.
I'm going to learn the Full House theme eventually.
Okay.
I can't do it yet.
I gotta fix my hit points because I still have 42 hit points, and I feel like that's
fine.
appropriate.
Well, it's the answer to the universe, so obviously it's correct.
So give yourself 6 like me, dude.
That's what I had originally for level 1.
Let's have twin melodicas for the next session. There's no way that can't be annoying.
We're gonna do a duet.
I just heard from our corporate sponsors that our funding for Pinecast has actually been pulled, so we can't upload any more podcasts after today. It doesn't have anything to do with dueling melodicas.
Completely unrelated.
You don't think I'll learn fucking Devil Went Down to Georgia on melodica?
But just the rhythm guitar backing. It's a fucking silent movie now. Yeah. Oh my god. Where was the melodica when Big Nick was trying to ruin things?
Right?
I didn't have it yet.
I had a didgeridoo. I had a didgeridoo at least. All right, we got.
How about you didgeridoo?
I had 18 for initiative.
Okay, your hit points are fixed though.
Yeah.
Okay, you're up first.
Coincidentally, 18 as well.
Okay, because you are feeling the effects of this god blessing, basically, everyone's going to get a free perception check at the beginning of the turn. Well, until someone notices what I need them to notice.
All right.
Subtle railroading there.
Yeah, I know.
Subtle as a fucking brick. Just tell us, man. You don't have to hide shit.
All right. Well, I have a 6.
Okay, you notice that there are a lot of columns throughout the amphitheater.
Pengu-san.
That's all you're getting right now.
I see a lot of columns.
Get up on the Hydra's back! All right, I'm good. So,
Astutely
you're
observed.
up for your attack?
Yeah. Quarterstaff.
I have to do this every time I do pings.
Yes.
Helps me get in character.
And that is an 11.
Okay, it's a bit of a miss there.
Bit of a miss.
We'll use some. You don't get any key points yet, do you?
Nope.
Okay,
I don't get shit, man.
it's still like half awake, so you did hit it, but its armor, its hide is really thick.
Whack.
And it's like sort of like, oh, I'm more awake now. Okay, flying teddy bear.
I thought you said titty bear.
The flying titty bear is gonna take his free perception check. That's not a bad roll, boys. He got 16.
Okay, you notice what looks to be a crossbow of some sort on one of the columns that's pretty close to you. It's like on the top of the column, like in the side of it. It's like a big crossbow. Definitely not something you can hold, but you might have the idea that...
Like a ballista?
Something like that, yeah. That's all I can give you for now.
Okay.
That's all I get with a 16. All right. So, talk to me about the beast that I'm looking at. What's he look like?
Do you know what a rancor is?
I'm about to know.
Okay, it
My
is gargantuan.
16.
It is...
Excuse me. Sorry.
It's big.
30, 40 foot tall. It's a bipedal. It's like still sort of getting up off the ground, but it's bipedal. It's kind of hunched back. It has a huge mouth. You can tell that it used to have like a lot of razor sharp teeth that have been either purposefully or otherwise shaved down to like nubs. Basically looks like molars at this point, but gigantic claws. Big boy. But this one's also like, you don't know this creature from Adam, but you can tell that it's old and fat and doesn't want to fight.
All right.
And it looks like it might be an easy win.
Cool. How big are the pillars?
They sort of just go up into the blackness and then sort of, you can't see the top of them.
It's kind of like at Hogwarts.
Yeah. They're like Greek columns kind of looking. Marble columns.
Too easy.
All right. If I were to fly up like 30 feet, could I reach the top of one?
You can try.
I'm going to fly up 30 feet because I got 30 feet of flying.
Okay, as you are at the top, you notice that you can't go any farther. You're not hitting a ceiling, but like the black is like stopping you. Like a video game where you're just like stopped at the edge.
God, I hate these goddamn invisible walls. Fucking mimes.
If anybody would know invisible walls, it'd be a character from a Final Fantasy franchise.
These goddamn mimes, they're so OP in every fucking game they appear in. God damn. I ain't magic hammered enough of this shit.
I was 2 days till retirement.
I used to be a dancer. Literally, I'm a fucking bad.
My God.
All right, so he's gonna get up 30 feet. He's gonna try and like hold on with his little Moogle nubs. and he's just gonna aim. He's gonna ready his shot.
Okay, with what? The crossbow that you found?
Well, let me ask you, because Mog comes from steampunk, right? Final Fantasy VI, that's steampunk, bro. He had a fucking repeater. Did he find another repeater, or did he find a crossbow?
What you found on the ground is a crossbow, but it functionally acts like your repeater. So
It's
a repeater.
Dirge Cerberus up in the ditch. Vincent
Call me
Valentine.
fucking Valentine, bruh. All right, he's just gonna ready his action from up on his perch.
okay. And that should give you, I think, advantage on your attack next turn, right?
Absolutely, it does.
Okay, good.
Excellent DMing. Everything gives me advantage.
Turtle.
I would like to go up and try to lull it a little bit more to sleep with a lullaby.
I'm gonna need a demonstration.
Give me a wisdom check.
A wisdom check, not a performance check.
Well, okay. So you're going to do a performance check, but you're going to do it against the Rancor's wisdom stat. Because it's a fucking Rancor.
That's a 21.
It sort of works. It, like, looks at you, and you're at least, like, wardly enough to, like, kind of see when something is, like, not actively seething with rage. You might see a grin on its face, but you have no idea what a grin would look like for one of these things.
Okay. All right.
Can you perform
I can.
Kinda like this.
what you were playing for the Rancor to put it to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lullaby by Snarky Puppy.
The tension's building.
So for this to work, like, you can't laugh while it's
Well, that failed. The Rancor is actually kind of looks amused now.
got a 21, bro.
It's still looking more pacified than when it woke up, but it's definitely amused.
Guys, I think I distracted. It was like one of the new tunes I was written off my album. Like, please.
Hey, Turtle Man, who's that originally by?
Oh, man, it's by me, Schubert. You can call me Shuby.
Damn.
You can find my new drop. It's my new album drop. It's on, what's it called?
We're going to cut to commercial break, and then after the commercial break, Pengu-san's going to take his turn. Oh my god.
These large creatures smell like fish market. Can I have a wisdom saving throw?
More like
From
Bish
the,
Market.
You can.
You're using vicious mockery. Aren't you?
I don't have that
Not
yet.
creative.
Okay, it rolled an 8.
He takes 4 psychic damage.
Jesus
And has
Christ.
disadvantage until my next turn.
Okay, so it is... I think I...
Oh, before the... it has disadvantage on the next attack roll before the end of its next turn.
You said 4?
4 psychic damage.
Okay, that is going to hurt it. But it's still kind of amused by the song, so it doesn't really know that it got hurt.
Cool.
Okay. Gobbly Boy.
So immediately, we're going to be running straight up to the mouth of the guy behind Mr. Turtleman's doing his performance, and we're going to cast some poison spray in the eyes of the beast.
Okay. Into the eyes? I like that. What do I have to... Was it an armor class, or...
To do.
All of my instincts.
I'm not that good yet, dude.
I need assistance.
Oh, yeah, what do you need?
How's this going to take action?
You do a... creature must make a constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
Thank you.
Constitution saving throw.
The Rancor has disadvantage because it is amused by the song.
Okay.
Oh.
That dice
I'm
sounded like it
roll-
rolled really far.
I'm going to roll this d20. I don't think I'm going to... Okay. So it rolled a... You said con? It rolled a 4.
All right. Awesome. So for the D12 worth of damage.
You actually rolled the D100.
Roll it at the DS.
I actually rolled an 8, but that's up to DM interpretation at this point. The DM can interpret that however he sees fit.
I think I broke the line.
I think you overcharged it.
You can't break anything that didn't work in the first place.
I can't baroque it. My brother's in the alternate dimension.
I have to do math, and I'm really bad at math,
You got a
guys.
1% chance of fucking rolling that 12, and it happened.
It was beautiful. I love
I
that.
have never seen that before. But I did get the 69 earlier, which was pretty impressive.
You got a 69 and a 12 on the same
Damn.
night.
Now you just need a 420 on
You
that
need to come
dice.
home from Albania more often, bro.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, so
heat.
Rancor is still amused by the song, but he's gonna take his attack turn now
with disadvantage.
with disadvantage because he's amused. He's not gonna attack the turtle because he likes the turtle. He's gonna try to swat at the flying thing because
Everybody likes the
Rancors do not like things that are above them.
I'm 30 feet above this man.
Well,
He's got hops.
It's gargantuan. It's like 28 foot tall, so it's just a little bit under you.
Wow.
2 feet under.
You had a plan.
Yeah, they're big. Rancors are big.
I'm sweaty.
All right, well, I'm going to take my pot shot at it while
Well-
it's trying to come up at me, bruh.
Is he ready
you
to
are
his
ready to
action?
action.
I have my ready to action.
You probably missed.
Okay, it got a 9.
Does
that
not
your
hit.
AC? Okay, then you don't take any damage. Shoot it.
Shoot it.
Makes it sound so easy.
It's not great. It's a 7.
Okay, that does miss his AC.
What?
I forgot to give perception checks out. You two, JP and Sawyer, give me.
I failed it. It was a 5.
Okay,
Or sorry, it was an 8.
Do you want a perception check from everybody that didn't?
Yes.
that was a crit fail.
10. 10.
Okay, Pingu-san, since Flying Tater Man already found the catapult, or the ballista, you were sort of looking down at the pillar, and you notice a lever on the base of the pillar.
Okay.
And you can choose to make that known to anyone else that would like to know that.
Okay.
Maybe perhaps the half elf monk that's about to go.
I was going to say, I didn't use my bonus action, but can I...
Because I fucked up and forgot, yes.
I'll use my bonus action, and I'll say, consider pulling the lever. And then I'll throw Bardic Inspiration at him.
Oh, okay. You have Bardic Inspiration now.
Bardic Inspiration. Okay, what does that
And
do?
it's your turn.
I have that too.
You got a
It
plus
gives you
2.
1d6
Or
on
1d6.
one ability check.
Okay.
Attack roll or save.
All right.
So,
So as he points that out, is it my turn now?
Yes.
Okay, so as he points that out, I look around trying to see what he's talking about, see the lever.
Yes.
I'm going to run towards that and try to...
Okay. You want to pull it?
Too bad
Yep.
Kronk's not here.
Okay, give me a
I could've
strength
told him
check.
pull the lever.
I know.
And you get 1d6 added to that.
a nat 20.
Doesn't matter. You pull the lever, and you guys may not have noticed it because it's not moving around very much. The ballista was sort of tracking the Rancor. It shoots an energy bolt at it, and its armor class is now 9. So, yeah. Flying Tater Man.
I noticed his armor class has been pretty conspicuously lowered by a pointy-eared friend here, so on accounts of this, we're going to take another pot shot.
It's like crackling with electricity, and it's like, it doesn't look like it's hurt, but it's like, ugh.
It's about to be crackling with a little bit of fuck you! Fuck you, Luigi! That is exactly a 9.
Okay, that's going to hit.
Hell yeah, it's going to hit.
Roll your damage.
Hey, you got the Final Fantasy battle music on that thing? I thought that was Sephiroth's at the beginning.
My God. What's your damage?
That's a 9.
All right. What did you hit him with?
Big cherries.
I hit him with a crossbow.
Okay, so your crossbow pegs this thing right between the eyes.
All right, that was not your fault. That's on us.
Hey boys, watch me peg this guy.
He says that, and as the Rancor is hit with a bolt, you hear a.
Oh shit, he's into it.
So, what would normally kill this thing? It falls limp on the ground, and the elevator starts to go back down. It didn't actually move off the spot where it kind of came up off the floor. The elevator starts to go back down a lot quicker than it came up because, hydraulics.
Fat
I don't have to
piece
explain
of
shit. Yeah, he's fat, and the hydraulics like going down, not staying up. Okay, so upon defeating the Rancor, the blackness overhead fades to reveal a massive amphitheater filled with spectators. They all seem to be... They look, at just basic glance, you don't even have to do perception check, they all look to be humans, with maybe a few other species thrown in. There is a very opulent, ledge, kind of like a overlook thing overlooking the whole arena, sticking out from the general seating, with a pair of figures standing on it. And what you think might look like a golden dragon behind one of them, but not like a full-size one. It's about the size of a person. One of them speaks with a magically amplified voice and says, "Congratulations, recruits, or should I say, gladiators. A title well earned and is reserved for only those that rise to the occasion. You have fought well and earned your place in the Emperor's ranks. On behalf of Imperator Caesar, may I officially say, welcome to Rome."
Whoa, were you not entertained, bro?
Okay, so my setting is Earth, but this is not the Rome that you guys learn about in school.
Neo Rome 4056.
Yes.
Now featuring Harry Potter magic.
I had no idea what you were playing until the last two notes.
It's the face. I can't handle
Hey, what was that? What that Rancor creature? What franchise was that from?
Star Wars.
Play for my amusement. All right, that was worth it.
Well, we're not getting DMCA
Thank you.
anytime soon.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for entertaining me.
I'm glad I didn't write a serious
was
campaign,
entertained.
guys.
You asked.
I did. No, I knew this was going to happen. This is everything I've ever dreamed of.
Specifically what you asked for.
It is, and I will love it. I know you guys. Please.
Who are you?
The world before you isn't like the one you know. History is now, and realities overlap on top of each other. You'll have the option of helping one of many groups or empires throughout the globe in your quest to return home to your native reality. Whether you choose to free or defeat Janus will be up to you. Will you fix the world or conquer it for yourselves? The last thing you guys notice as you're escorted back out of the amphitheater is a man with red-brown hair and sapphire eyes leaning against the wall that he definitely was not there when you were fighting the Rancor. He's leaning against the wall, watching you intently, and the one thing you notice, both his eyes and the crescent moon pendant around his neck seem to glow.
Are you Hugh Janus?
Hey, Happy Feet. I like the cut of your jib there.
My name is Pingo-san, but we have not been acquainted. What is your name, or how do you call yourself?
Well, the ladies can call me whatever they want, but, you can call me Happy Feet there.
As you wish, Happy Feet.
Call me Happy Feet.
That is fucking canon.
Or as the ladies say, Crusty Fingers.
You can call me Tantalus there, Big Nose.
Tantalus.
Yeah, I guess we, I don't know what we fought, but, I was kind of driving with that team that we had there, guys.
Tantalus, may I introduce Schubert?
Thank you, Pingus.
Please, Pingus-san.
Pingus-san. I'm so,
Pingus-san.
one day I'll get Pingus-san. Pingus on.
Pingus Khan.
Pingus on what?
God, I was...
Hey, hardback, you got a Pingus on you.
Hardback. I like that.
It seems we have been captured with two other members of our party.
I'm going to outstretch
Please make yourselves known.
I am to be sorry. No, sorry.
I kill him on sight. Attack him. Sorry.
The Rancor comes back to life and makes a DC 30 strength check against you. You have disadvantage. It deals 80 points crushing damage for biting you and 300 points acid
and I
damage.
immediately reverted back to Francis because of you two.
An arm reaches up through the ground, grabs him by the balls, and tears him back to hell.
How did I
And you hear nothing but, give your balls a tug.
sorry, because I mashed the two voices together that I wanted to do. I am sorry. This is not. Fuck it.
Have you seen Inception where Lau is like,
Just talk out of your nose. That'd be appropriate voice for a goblin.
Is that what you? Okay, I can't do voices. I'm just gonna do strained and hope for the best. I am sorry. I just don't know what I'm doing here at all. This is not normal. I'm freaking out, man.
it's okay if we
remain calm. Nothing is gained from anxiety.
Me and Pingasan, you have to chill out.
Pengusan is going to cast calm emotions on you. He's going to pop a fucking Zanny down your throat.
Hagman would really enjoy that. Sorry. My name is Hagman. I'm from basically just the woods, man. I really have no idea what I'm doing here.
Righteous. I'm from this little castle, but you might have heard of it. It's Helm's Deep. So we have this. So deep. But my name, they call me Schubert. But my first name's Franz, but I always go by Schubert or Shuby if my friends call me Shuby. My brothers do too.
So
My name's Jim, but my friends call me Jim.
But not you, man. Fuck you.
So could you describe your height to me, just so I can gauge some perspective here?
Describe your height to me.
Goblin, 3'6".
About the same.
Oh, we're at eye level. Oh, okay. You know what? Not as afraid of you as the giant penguin.
He's not.
No one said he's giant. He's just an average emperor penguin.
I'm a penguin.
fucking
Probably
also
like
about
between
3
3 and 4
foot.
feet. I'm maybe taller,
You
just
know
a
what?
little bit.
You know what? He's intimidated by the suit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
It makes him look
He
taller.
exudes professionalism.
Yeah. So if I could describe Hagman to you all, he's just this goblin that has all of these just what were once living vines just wrapped around him as his clothes. He basically uses him as his weapon and his garments at the same time. It makes him look
The
a lot.
Bayonetta approach.
Yes, basically making himself look a lot.
He is dummy thick.
No, that's just.
And Bayonetta is a fucking goblin.
So
High heel vines.
No, the thickness is just the vines. He's just a scrawny ass goblin underneath.
Okay. That's fine.
So he's padded.
He's what Francis becomes when he steals too
So-
much moss.
No,
You said Hegmund?
Hagman.
Hagmund is our fan service
Like
character.
Hagrid, but Hagman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hagman. Here.
That tells me a lot about Hagman.
I don't know what am I looking at.
The name at the very top.
Oh.
Hagman. Hagman Croy.
Oh.
As in LaCroix. Because he's
Yes.
supposed to be just trying to be fancy, but he's really failing.
Hagman Croy. I like it.
Dig it. So, we met Hagman. Pingason and I have been pretty acquainted. So, what about you two? What about you two
Hagman.
upstanding fellas? How do we get the handsomest dudes in this building right here?
Wilt, at this point, just seeing animals and a goblin, which he's familiar with, but there's a flying teddy bear, and just he's just
For what it's worth, the goblin that you're looking at looks nothing like the goblins you're used to.
massaging temples and just breathing, trying to wake up from whatever the fuck this is, assuming he
keep
ate something
swimming.
weird. And
Pingusan waddles over and offers a comforting tap with a flapper
On the
flipper
thigh.
or whatever. Yeah.
There.
We all get nerves sometimes.
it doesn't even look. I'm just you can call me Wilt. I don't believe this.
Wilt.
It is good to meet you, Wilt.
It's a good name. Strong name. I'm Schubert. They call me Shuby. You guys gotta stop fucking laughing, dude. It's Schubert. He's just enjoying his goddamn day.
No, okay, so honestly, Hagman has immediately latched onto you. You just seem like his
Grab shell, dude.
no, your personality presents itself like my former master. So, but he's not going to tell you that.
Okay.
Like literally, Wilt just came from a place that's in like constant civil war and just a very dark, unhappy place.
And now Neo
And now this fucking turtle.
Cyber Rome.
He's thrown into like a Doctor Who Christmas special. Straight up.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I'll do you one better. He got thrown into the Star Wars Christmas special.
Oh God, no, we don't talk about
We are
that.
celebrating Life Day here.
Before we make any decisions, I must insist that we sit down and have tea.
What's your
so
favorite kind of tea, dude?
As you guys are saying this, you've left the chamber. You sort of figured your way back to where you started. You went down the elevator, everything. Lucius meets you there, and he says, tea. We enjoy quite a good bit of tea around here. Our master also enjoys quite a good bit of tea. So if you're ready,
Oh, Lucius,
Go
why
back.
hit me up, dude.
we have to travel to his estate first.
All right.
So I think that's as good of a place to end it as any. You guys are en route to, and if you caught that, your master's estate, which is also apparently Lucius's master. So you're going to be seeing more of this guy, and you quite handily defeated that Rancor. I'm not doing XP because it's too much to keep track of. Just arbitrarily hand out levels because that's D&D. And anyways, yeah. So you're in Rome. The whole world is in front of you, quite literally, and a little bit more. So whatever you guys, there's a few more things that you're going to have to do, but I'll give you a quick rundown. You're going to be able to pretty quickly buy your freedom, and from that point forward, it's your all's game. So
Sweet.
even before that, you have a lot of freedoms for gladiators. So, anyways, that is my setting. I've been brewing that in my brain. Cozy really liked it, so it's the only thing that matters to me, honestly.
Damn.
Is Cozy's approval.
Anything you want us to know or?
Yeah, I really enjoyed being a DM. I am really sweaty because I'm laughing, and I'm also because I'm nervous.
I'm sweaty too. It's
I
warm
appreciate
in
you guys humoring me.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely provided some form of humor.
Oh my god.
It's just
Yeah, thanks for playing, guys. And thanks for Luke for joining us on the podcast. Finally.
Thank you. Yes.
My first D&D session in 2 years.
It's always like
Good to
this
have you.
every time. Every session is
my
like
God.
this.
Just about.
Pretty much.
Doesn't matter what we're playing.
Well, now I know at least knowing what to expect. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I
half
was
the
gonna
battle.
say you kind of. I feel like AR did not give you enough information about what to expect here, and I feel like that was for the best.
We only read from official D&D source books, as you can tell.
Yes. We're all rule snobs here.
Yeah.
Only accepted races are allowed in our games.
Human fighters
Penguins
only.
and turtles.
Oh,
and-
human fighters. Oh.
Yeah.
Fox only, Final
Fox
Destination, no items.
Exactly. As
Blue shells
the
are
D&D
banned.
gods intended. Yeah.
Blue shells are banned.
Yeah.
Oh, and high drop on the gold hammers.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, welcome back, Simmons. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah,
And
I'm
also
gonna-
goodbye, Simmons.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Also, get out of my house. Go back to Albania.
I will be back again in 3 months.
Cool.
All right.
Well, that's, I think, less time than...
That's a lot of
Enough time for us to forget about the goblin and then remember.
Enough time for everyone but me to forget about the goblin.
No. It's going to be enough time for me to forget that I decided on a straight accent.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just clip that part of it and I'll send it to you,
Okay, just to remind me.
but I'll probably forget that I said that, but then I'll listen to this again and I have to do that.
thinking.
Hey, whatever.
I literally can only do a Polish accent.
I
It
almost
sucks.
Dude, my accents are never consistent, so.
I know. But that's the only one I can do it well. So, you know.
Are you recording right now? Okay, cool. Simmons. Hey, roll me over. Simmons. Hey, guess what? I'm a pickle. I'm Pickle Krog. It's the Salty Boys. And truly, it's not bourbon. And etching!